Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. There's quite a lot to talk about today. So one of the things that I need to talk about is our new definition on our risk calc, because we never had a definition for rock bottom. We didn't have anything to zero. We had euphoria, dominance, euphoria, complacency, denial, fear, despair, extreme fear. That was where I thought that's where the bottom was, but we actually went lower in so much as that we've actually got a zero score. We're in capitulation right now. So that means that everything is red, basically, on our risk calc. Current, past, and technicals are all in alignment. Now, it's worth noting that the next phase after is the, where are we? Is this bit. We're in this panic, capitulation, discouragement, big sell-off, everyone gets bearish, and then we start to turn. So we could be doing this over the course of the week, but this is what the risk calc will tell us in the daily bulletin. We'll get the heads up. And so they're not long. There's 3 bears versus the 1 bull, and that's highly unusual. Now these bears need to get squished. Once they get squished, then we'll start to bottom out. Okay, they can't be buying, like I've been saying. So that's being said, we've got a new definition now, and at some point in the near future, we're going to be into dismay, and then hope, and then we'll probably we could be doing okay. But what's happened is that we think in Discord is that Trump's going to walk away, and then that's what's got everyone into like this false sense of security, in so much as that they're bullish in the hope that Trump's going to back down, but he may not. And now they've got themselves caught being long with everyone else, and now we're falling quite heavily. So what we'll do today, we'll talk about the sentiment on indices and gold. I don't think we're going to have any setups. We do have trades running, which is good. So we're doing okay. We're doing very nicely. This is automation into MetaTrader 5. But before they come into MetaTrader 5, they need to undertake a technical check. Are they bearish? Are they bullish? Are we trending? If we're going sideways, it's not interested. So we have got trades running. So these are the setups today. We're quite risk off, as we can see. So let's go through the indices. And then I want to talk about these new websites that Marco's given us. And then I want to talk about the optimization on the robot, on this new robot. So let's come to the indices and gold. So basically we had the worst week since 1983, but yet the crowd are still holding and then they're buying. So it's kind of weird. We had like a really heavily bearish week. I'll hold long, it should be okay, it will turn around. And look what's happened. We've moved from 5,200 to 4,200. We've had $1,000 drop, but they hold long. So it's a bit scary. Even if you zoomed out, we're actually in a correction now. We're 20% off its highs. So technically not that bullish, okay? So the trouble about the S&P is that we could be getting a buy. See how we had the sell here? We could be getting a risky buy, but they need to sell. Okay, if they do, we'll get the crossover, and then we'll bottom out, and then we can come up higher. All right. No indication for this to bottom because they're trying to buy, so they're going to get punished. Okay, that's the US 30. DAX, they have sold, but it looks like they're just trying to buy. See that little tick up? So if they buy, we'll continue lower. All right, that's how it works. So that's the indices. So it could go either way. It will depend on this. It will totally depend on that. All right. So that being said, let's talk about the this macro newsletter, which I'll include on this YouTube video. Read it because it's got trade setups and fundamental ideas. Some backdrop to like the drivers behind the currencies, so you probably have a look at that. Don't necessarily form a trade based on it solely. Do check technical analysis, and then it's saying bullish this because of the supply shock. Okay, because these things are going to be moving the markets. The fundamental forces are very strong. Okay, and yeah, I mean, this is going to be a good thing to read. To definitely, spend 5 minutes reading it. Make yourself a cup of coffee. And there's the escalation, which I think is what the crowd are hoping on. That's what they're predicting, but it may not happen. If it continues on a prolonged basis, they're going to get quite screwed, I think. And lastly, Marco's given us this dashboard. Well, he's found it, and we can see that the market stress on the equity market is moderate. So we're not like in a panic phase on the indices yet. We're extreme fear in precious metals. That's likely to do with the repricing from the Fed because there's a very slim chance of a hike this year. And that took everyone by surprise. If the Federal Reserve hike, it's going to be bullish dollar, bearish precious metals, bearish risk, risky instruments, which is funny because silver and gold wouldn't necessarily be deemed a risky instrument, but because they're traded against the dollar is the preferred safe haven. That's why it's riskier than the USD. So yeah, have a look at this. It's going to be quite good. Little, how to use it. It's very cool, very clean. And I guess it'll probably update every day. I'm not sure. It says live data. We'll just have to wait and see. So don't get too panic stricken yet, because we could be doing this over the course of the week. We could be doing this, and this may be where we are today. We could be potentially here Friday, and then we could be sort of having a big sell-off and everyone getting in a panic. And then, as Warren Buffett said, when everyone's really fearful, it's a good time to enter. And you know how well he's done on his investments. So that's what we could be doing. But we're here now. We could go lower. So just trade safely. No trade setups today because of this. And actually, we might just look at the bubbles, and then we'll just wrap up the video. So we've got trades coming in, so that's cool. And daily bubbles. They've gone long Aussie, which is quite risk off. They've gone long New Zealand dollar, so that's risk off. They've gone slightly long pound, ever so slightly yen, haven't really done anything there. And then they've sold these, so these would be quite bullish, and these would be bearish. Okay, so CAD strong, Aussie weak. So you could look for Aussie CAD, but I think that's probably already moved a lot already. Likewise. Aussie USD for a sell, Euro Aussie for a buy. But like I say, I think they've probably already moved quite a bit. So that's the video today. We had to have a new definition. Whether or not we stay at that phase tomorrow, we'll just have to wait and see. It will depend on what the crowd do. And we are coming down slightly on the VIX. It was 30. Okay, so trade safely. I'll speak to you guys soon.